Good morning, world. Being sick is never easy. And a lot of times people do things that to help or they think will help mitigate the situation, but sometimes it's that it doesn't give them the result that they thought or were hoping to get. And that's why today we're talking about 5 mistakes that I have seen people with mental illness make. First is identifying or allowing others to identify them as the disorder. No one is ever an illness. No one is ever a disorder. We don't do that for anywhere else. We don't do that for any physical illness, but for some reason people find that it is acceptable to label a person their mental health diagnosis. We shouldn't do that, especially because when you identify as the disorder then becomes the center, the primary focus, and everything in your life becomes about the disorder as opposed to your life being your life and you working your treatment around your life and making the treatment fit into your life. Don't identify as a disorder because you are a lot greater than that, and the disorder is simply one small layer of your life. 2, feeling or allowing others to make them to treat them as though they are less than. Prior to diagnosis, most people usually are brilliant, successful, awesome people, and before with symptoms. But just getting that diagnosis does not take that away. After a diagnosis, you are still this wonderful, brilliant, successful, kind, loving, just all around awesome person that you were before the diagnosis. And you should not let anyone, including yourself, make you feel that you are anything less than that. You are not less than the person you were prior to the diagnosis, and you're not less than anyone else who doesn't have a diagnosis. Don't allow anyone to make you feel like you are less than. 3, giving up on treatment when it is working. That one is very common. A lot of people do that, especially people with chronic mental illnesses, because the treatment is working, symptoms are gone, and you feel like, oh, okay, I don't have any symptoms, so maybe I don't need to continue the treatment. That is when you need to continue the treatment even more, because the treatment is working, your symptoms are gone. If the treatment is keeping your symptoms away and you get rid of the treatment, there's a great possibility that your symptoms are coming back. So when you find that your treatment is working so well that you have no symptoms, focus even more on keeping up with your treatment so your symptoms can stay gone. 4, making it a dirty little secret or harboring shame. Yes, because of the way society has been around mental illness, I understand that the needs for someone may have to keep it to yourself and just for privacy, because some people are just private like that. You don't want to share your business with everybody else, and that is understood. But you don't need to treat it as this dirty little secret that you're going all sorts of out of your way and doing extra stuff to keep this dirty little secret, because a lot of times when people are trying to keep a dirty little secret, you are doing so much that it's taking away from the time that you would have to be addressing your symptoms, following through with your treatment. Sometimes it can even get in the way of you accessing treatment or accessing resources. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not a dirty little secret. It's just a part of life. Finally, going into isolation. People do that sometimes with the intention of, oh, I'm just going to go and deal with this and then I'll come back. Yes, sometimes, you may need a day or two to kind of decompress or wrap your mind around the diagnosis, but don't go into isolation. At that time, when you are dealing with such a stressful situation, you need the support of your friends, your family. You need your support network around you, because they're the ones that usually help you manage and deal with stress. If you're dealing with this very stressful situation, this is not the time to be going away from the people who help you deal with stress. You want your support system. You want your support network around. And you also want to start your treatment as a part of your regular life, because your treatment is going to have to continue to be integrated into your life. So don't try to compartmentalize where I'm going to have treatment here and I'm going to have life there. They all need to work together. Quick recap. 1, do not identify yourself or allow anyone else to identify you as a disorder or a diagnosis. 2, no need to feel or indefinitely do not allow anyone else to make you feel like you are less than, because you're awesome. 3, don't give up on treatment just because it is working, because it's working that you're not having symptoms, so stick with it. 4, No need to make it a dirty little secret, because that's going to get in the way of you being able to access resources that you need. And no need to be ashamed about it, because hey, it's just life. And finally, no going into isolation, because you need your support network, and you definitely should be integrating your treatment with your everyday life. And if you're dealing with something that is more than you can handle, as always, please make sure that you reach out and get some help. And that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.